his on the death certificate it has that he had a pancreatic ulcer and that it busted, and he had been asking them, telling them that he didn't feel good, so the nurse gave him a antacid and they sent him back to a cell. I guess they thought he was playing, because he was quite a jokester at times. But he wasn't playing. And the part that I'm confused the most on is, did he die in the jail or did he die at the hospital?
I think Brett found some information out, didn't you, Brett?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask Patricia. I had a couple questions about this. I tried to do as much investigation into Robert as I could. Found very little information about him. And there were a lot of facts that are unclear.
Yep.
So what I wanted to find out, and if Patricia had this information, is did Robert die at the jail or did he die at the hospital?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if she really has an answer to that.
Right. Now, Brett, you found out when he went to see the nurse, it was like 2 weeks or so before anything was done, wasn't it? Does anybody know how long? Because I know it was a time period before they actually did anything. I know they gave him a medication, and they thought, they thought it was indigestion.
Yeah.
They didn't send him to an outside doctor. This is a death that might have been able to be prevented, and we're not playing God. What we're asking for is proper medical care for our friends behind the walls.
Right. It seems to me, not to interrupt, but it seems to me that medical intervention could have prevented this and saved this boy.
Yes, I believe so, just as well.
Coffee, sweetie?
No.
So then that's a clear-cut case of medical neglect on behalf of the jail.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Right.
Another question I had for Patricia is, did he receive any medical help outside of giving him a Tums? You can't just take an antacid, a pill, when you have internal damage. Did he receive any medical treatment outside of the jail prior to his deceasing?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Now, another question, and this is a kind of a legal matter, but have you or are you retaining any legal representation in this case?
No, I'm not. But his fiance and his brother, they are suing somebody. I don't know if it's the city
or
what.
So you do have a lawyer. Somebody has a lawyer working on this case as far as a civil matter, correct?
I believe so, but I wasn't included in any of that.
Well, also, if we have attorneys on Facebook that would like to help out in these matters, you could either inbox myself or Brett Gibney, and we could show you some help.
Do you have...
Right, we can steer you to some representation if you need so, but if you've already retained counsel, then they're not going to want to share any of that information with anybody.
Well, no, sir, I haven't.
Do you have copies of his medical documentation from the hospital where he was seen at? A copy of his medical records?
No, his girlfriend probably does.
Okay.
Right.
Can you get a copy of his medical records from when he was seen at the hospital? A copy of his death records and everything like that from the health department?
Well, we'll work on that afterwards. Maybe you could help out with that, getting some of the records. But what we want to bring awareness out, it's happened to these two individuals, and we know it has happened to other people. I remember when Amy Wicks was taking me to visit some inmates at the Jackson Pike. They were refusing to give them some of the medication that they had on the street that was well needed.
There was a woman that died when I was in the county in 2015 that was trying to escape or climb through the ceiling. She fell, hit her head on a bunk, and they covered that up also, and I've been trying to find her family.
Right, and I remember getting a complaint about a year ago about a young lady that bled for 2 days. She ended up passing away. Then we had another lady that had staph infection. who's on my Facebook page, and they would not treat her for that. And then, of course, the sheriff states when they build this new jail, people will get medication on time, which means he's kind of admitting that the medication is way behind in the current county jails. And I really have a problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, Jim. And actually, if you do some investigation, you'll find out that the county officials and the Franklin County commissioners, they know that this is a repeated problem. And they are fully aware that they need to do something about these issues, and that if we could actually find out how many inmates have deceased in their custody, we'd probably be amazed, because not all of it's publicized.
Yeah, it's not.
Right, and we need to bring out these cases.
What we're trying to do is compile enough information to where we can come against this jail and say, hey, look, we have all these people whose family members are dying at your hand, and there's something wrong with this. There's something wrong with your health care that's not being provided.
Right, and we're not blaming any particular. Yeah, we're not blaming any staff member, because we know some of it's beyond their control, but policy needs a change. There's several things that you as a family member has asked. One is that the families are notified when a death or an illness occurs and they're taken to the hospital. One other thing you're asking for is cameras in each of the units. And I believe they're not in the units. At least that's what I'm hearing from people. So
they do not have cameras in the cells. They have them in some hallways and in the booking area.
Right.
And those are not occupied areas at all times, and that's not where they need to monitor. They need to monitor these men where they live.
Right. We have tried to set up a meeting with the sheriff, but I have not received any call back or anything, because we would like to share with him some of our requests. We're not demanding anything, but if our requests are taken seriously, maybe future deaths could be prevented, or at least the family members would be notified of some of the incidents of illness or death that takes place. And a family member definitely should be notified in a timely fashion, not by inmates, by staff.
Exactly.
Right.
And Jim, if I might chime in on this, in the case of the Wright family, there is no reason in the world why somebody in that jail should die of a ruptured ulcer.
Amen.
Because there's plenty of time under his medical conditions to get him needed care to prevent that. So that was totally unnecessary for that to happen.
Yep.
If we would have 5 people, if we would have everybody on Facebook and people that was at the protest all go and talk to 5 people and share with them on what's happening. It could be the houses of worship, civic groups. We could really bring awareness out, and a lot of this could stop, because it's going to take a volume of people to make change.
Absolutely. And Jim, I agree with you, and that's why I told Mrs. Wright that what we're going to do is we're going to blow this case back open publicly and make Facebook and YouTube and use all these other media sites to make this more well-known, to get the awareness of people and to gain popularity, to gain support.
Right. Also, we have a page, County Jails Reform Nationwide. Please like our page. You'll be kept up to date on different issues. Also, like fair treatment, reform, and reentry, and we will keep you up to date on laws and other events that may be coming up.
And we'd also like to know of any cases that are similar to this that need to be reported.
Right. Yeah. What Brett said is that we would like to know of some cases of neglect on medical. You can inbox Brett Gibney or myself, and we'll get in contact with you. If you'd like to leave a phone number or email, we'll make sure that somebody reaches out to you. And Patricia, what were you going to say?
I'm at the point now where I'm going to ask some council members and some churches to help us with this matter. I'm going to, first of all, start with Mr. DeWine. Secondly, I want to also have a meeting with Priscilla Tyson and her name is right on the tip of my tongue.
Liz Page?
No, her husband was a lawyer. Not Jesse Roy. She's in Washington right now. She's one of our councilwomen.
Well, I know who you're talking about. She's a congresswoman
Yeah,
now.
she's African American.
Yeah, she's my congresswoman. We'll look that up later.
Okay.
But
And then a
she's
couple of
asking for
churches.
Attorney General Mike DeWine.
Yes.
With the Bureau of Criminal Investigation
Yes.
to do an independent.
Yes, that's what I'm
investigation on this
asking
case
for.
again.
That's what I'm asking for. And I'm also asking for Dr. Charles Booth to get involved and his members, to help me.
and all the local churches
Yeah.
in this area and nationwide. We need to bring awareness.
Yes, and also the pastor at New Birth. I would also like to hear from you and your members. I appreciate this. I just have some things here though that I want to put up so it'll be on Facebook so everybody will know.
Hey, what do you have in your hand?
This is his mother's death homegoing celebration. Georgetta died on March. I'm sorry, it wasn't March. She died in December. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous and upset right now. But this was my daughter. She died in 2012. At that time, I had to go and be responsible for Robert, which I have been involved with my grandkids since day one. So us losing Robert to me was more than just a grandson. He was more like my son, because after and before his mother had passed, he had wanted to come and live with me. And my heart just bleeds. I just cry out. I really, really do, all the time. Because I know that I'm still not dealing with Robert's death very, very well. But I don't want any other family to have to go through what we went through. And if I could, I'd like to share some other things with you guys. If you can hold on for a second. Listen, I need for you to sit down. Sit down.
But awareness and education is vital to our cause. If it's with county jails, the state prisons, the federal prisons, we expect them to be treated like human beings, receive proper medical care, receive visits. Visits is part of rehabilitation, and we know some people are restricted from that. Up at the county jail, they're talking about giving them only eggs in the morning, and that would be 30-some cents per inmate in the morning for breakfast. They want to cut down on the meal sizes. We can't tolerate that. The men and women in there need to eat. We have diabetics. We have people with health problems that have certain diets that they need to go by. So there's a lot of things that need to be worked on and get done. We're going to ask our county commissioners, our sheriff to take us serious. We're going to protest and keep educating people until our stuff gets met. And Patricia has pictures of her grandson behind me. She did this collage.
This is from his funeral.
This is from his funeral.
When we had to bury him, and as you can see, he was well loved, and Robert's leaving behind 4 children, and I don't think that his children should have to pay for their education or anything when they're older. So I would like also for a trust fund to be set up for his children. I don't want anything. I just want fairness. And I don't want this to happen to another family. Not like this. I don't care what color you are. I don't care. We are all God's children.
Right. And also, if I may add, Brett has a little daughter. too, that's going to be growing up without her father. And that's really sad when a kid has to grow up and not get to know their father because of a senseless death that's taken place in the hands of our county jails and our state prisons.
Both of these deaths, Jim, if I might add in, both of these deaths, my son and Robert Wright, both these men died, and both these deaths could have been prevented.
Yes, they could have.
These men would have received emergency medical attention in a timely fashion. Both these men would be with us today.
Amen.
Medical neglect
So,
needs to
so
stop.
these men died at the hand of those that are sworn to maintain them. And
Right.
that's just unacceptable in anybody's, on any level.
Brett, if we get people contacting us, can I give out your phone number directly to them?
Well, you talking about mine?
Yes, and they definitely could have mine, but if they need more information, am I allowed to give out your phone number to them when they call me?
Well, yeah, you probably could. I mean, email is always the better way to go because it's documented and it's actually,
Okay.
you know, it's more formulated that way. And
Okay.
you can do that. But we can take these emails and we can use those and publicize the matter based on that information. And it's not just hearsay; it's actually on paper.
Okay, and
Tell Mrs. Wright though that thousands of people. Mrs. Wright, if you can hear me,
I can hear you.
thousands of people are getting ready to hear this, and it's going to be nationwide, and there's going to be some response. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to help bring resolution to your matter as well as my son.
Okay.
So I hope that brings you some comfort in knowing that somebody
Who is that?
cares and that somebody's working on it.
right, and I just had a lady's son that was locked up for 2 months that didn't receive proper medical care neither. We called the nurses department. I talked to the head nurse. They said they were going to go down and see him. I won't mention his name, but the nurses never did go down and see him, and he had a hernia and some other medical conditions that needed to be taken care of. So we need to stand together as people, unite, all races, all religions, all genders, and let's fight this cause, and let's fight the good fight. We're not going to make accusations without proof. We're going to have evidence, not just hearsay. So if you have any questions, concerns, you could email our organization, all small letters, Fair Treatment Reform @gmail.com, and I can also, at that point, I'll give you Brett's email, and let's get some compassion for these people. Some of them made mistakes, yes, but they're still human beings, and they deserve to be properly treated with medical and reentry to help them rejoin society.
Robert has a nephew right here with me, and I don't want to show his face, but Robert's sister, the only sister that he had, it's his son. And the only thing that he has at this point are the pictures that we show him of his uncle, and my granddaughter takes him out, to the graveside.
After we do this, I want to take a picture of that. Brett, if you could put some of the pictures of your son on our county jail page, and and anybody else that lost a loved one in the county jail, feel free to post on there. Post your concerns. Give us some ideas what could be changed to better our system. Like I said, we're not out here to bash anyone, but we're out here for change. And I know there's some good correctional officers and staff, so I'm not putting everybody in a wrong category. And some of them even have come forward and said, we need change there. And so we're gaining support. And if anybody needs to reach out to me, you could also call me directly at 614-404-4924. And Patricia, thank you for your time. Prayers for you and Brett and all the other people that have lost their lives.
Mr. Brett, if I could take a chance now, I'd like to tell you thank you as well. for helping. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss. And
Well, thank you.
I hope
Thank you,
that
Mrs. Wright. And
I hope that God
like Jim
continues
just
to.
said, together, we stand together. We
Yes.
stand strong.
Yes, we
We have
do.
constitutional rights, and we have a voice in society, and we're going to use it.
We stand
And
united.
and like my
Yes.
wife said, we are not going to stop until these changes are made.
And yes, I would really like to see that before I pass away. So I'm
I think you will.
on the boat. I'm on the boat. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's get this together.
Amen.
And
Amen.
we're getting a lot of likes to our page, a lot of comments, you know, and keep liking our page. County Jail Reform nationwide. Feel free to post your comments. Just watch your language because we have a lot of people that are starting to view our page, and we want to make a difference. We're going to stand together as people, as one race when it comes to treating people fair. There should be no discrimination of any kind inside of our jails.
That's right.
Brett, thank you for joining us today. Patricia, thank you.
Okay, wait a minute.
And again, if somebody needs to reach out, feel free to email me. All small letters, Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry. No, I mean, it's only Fair Treatment Reform at gmail.com. Thank you, everyone.
All right, Jen, did you do that video?
Yeah, I think she's trying to stop it now.
Okay, Jim, as soon as you get that video done, send a copy of that over to my page, and that'll go out to thousands of people today. And we're building quite a coalition on this.
Yeah, I just